Hello and live of WITM. Now, was The Shield, Dalton Roush, and Roman Reigns taking on Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. However, that match was taken off the card, and I simmed that Monday Night Raw since that was the only WITM match on the card. Corey was not scheduled to compete. And so, it's now time for SmackDown Live. We are going to find out the reason why Dalton's match was simmed and taken off the card in a moment, because Dalton Roush has a important announcement to make. Rumors are swirling around the WWE universe with what Dalton might have to say. And then after that, it's a singles battle between the two former United States champions looking to keep themselves in the title picture for a United States Championship rematch. It's going to be John Cena taking on the Laughing Evangelist Gerald. So, for the first time in a while, we are going to have a promo segment here on WITM. So let's listen in and hear what Dalton Roush, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, has to say. Dalton Roush begins speaking. It is often said around here that SmackDown Live is the land of opportunity. I'm here tonight to speak about opportunities tonight on behalf of the rest of the Shield who are out touring with the Raw brand tonight. See, sometimes opportunities of a lifetime present themselves, and they force you to make tough decisions and sacrifices in order to pursue them. And that is currently the case for both myself as well as my Shield brothers, the other half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Roman Reigns, the new Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, the Lunatic Fringe. Roman Reigns has always desired to be the face of the WWE and of Monday Night Raw. In order to do that, he needs to capture the Universal Championship. He would have had that opportunity to do so at Money in the Bank, but was denied it because he was already booked to defend the SmackDown Tag Team title. Seth Rollins is the new Mr. Money in the Bank and wants to put his full focus into choosing the right moment to cash in and become Universal Champion himself. And of course, when Dean Ambrose comes back, he wants to return for singles gold he was forced to vacate due to injury and unfair attacks. And as for myself, I have been offered a high-paying opportunity to return to Hollywood and tell my story about my journey from the silver screen to the wrestling ring in a new documentary entitled K. And so, with those opportunities and focuses in mind for all four of us, I'm here to announce that the Shield has agreed to disband so that we can all focus on our individual careers and goals. Which for me means stepping away from the WWE for a bit in order to pursue my other passion of acting. I've already met with SmackDown General Manager Paige and vacated the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Paige also wanted me to inform the WWE Universe that there will be a match held tonight between the former number one contenders, Sanity, and the new number one contenders, The Bar, to crown new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I hope to see you all again in the future, and perhaps when the time is right, the Shield will be back to once again dominate the tag team division. Believe that. Alright, so a huge shocking announcement from Dalton with 3 different effects. Number 1, The Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Dalton Roush is going to disband. Number 2, The Shield will vacate the SmackDown Tag Team Championships that they've held for quite a long time. And number 3, Dalton Roush is stepping away from wrestling for a while in order to pursue his passion of acting. That means that for the time being, the WITM 4 is now down to the WITM 3, Corey of Monday Night Raw, Gerald of SmackDown Live, and Andrew Spudstrong of 205 Live. So Dalton, now officially inactive. He may be back in the future, but for the time being, he is going back to his original occupation of acting. Dalton had just a quick recap of what Dalton has accomplished so far in WITM. During his time so far in the 2018-2019 Universe year, very impressive record of 7-2. He took the injured Dean Ambrose's spot at Fastlane in order to continue that SmackDown Tag Team Championship reign, which they held for 4 months up until now, where they vacated the titles. Dalton was the most successful of the WITM 4, but now he pursues his career of acting. We are now at 3 WITM members, as I said, Andrew Spudstrong, Corey, and Gerald. Dalton may be back in the future if and when is up to the real life Dalton, but for now, we still have 3 very talented WITM members, one of which is going to be in action tonight. He is trying to recover from his SmackDown, or rather from his United States Championship loss at Money in the Bank against Andrade Cien Almas. And before we get into that match, I want to point out one thing that I just noticed off screen after Money in the Bank that would explain why Gerald has struggled ever since he became United States Champion. And that is that apparently Gerald had in the same match where he won the United States Championship, Gerald suffered an injury that lasted 2 weeks, so I'm assuming to the heads. That will explain why, even though Gerald dominated the match, after he was busted open, he ended up getting pinned after just one signature maneuver, and why Gerald lost every match that he's had since he became United States Champion. So hopefully now that Gerald is recovered, he can get back to winning matches and get back to a title reign. But let's start off the SmackDown Live.
First match of the night. Here we go. Don't move. Don't speak. Don't even blink.
All right. Randy Orton defeats Aiden English in the opening match. Next up, I'm trying to have the Money in the Bank cash-ins be around the same time as we had them in real life. In real life, Alexa Bliss won the Women's Money in the Bank and cashed in the same night to become Raw Women's Champion. I wasn't able to do a cash-in on Money in the Bank, so I'm going to have our Miss Money in the Bank, which was Peyton Royce of the Iconics, go ahead and cash in her SmackDown Women's Championship opportunity here on SmackDown Live against Mandy Rose. Will Peyton Royce successfully cash in her Money in the Bank opportunity? Yes, she will. Peyton Royce is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, ending the unlikely but impressive reign of Mandy Rose. Peyton Royce successfully cashing in her Women's Money in the Bank briefcase to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Alright, and next up is our episode 85 match. Apparently John Cena is number 3 in the power rankings, so he's going to be coming in with tons of momentum and likely a 100 overall rating. Let's get that started.
Don't move. We have a great match coming up next. We have John Cena against an imposing adversary.
Alright, so it is a clash of the 2 former United States champions. John Cena was United States champion. He issued an open challenge a few weeks ago on SmackDown against any 2 superstars that came to the ring Those two superstars were WITM's laughing evangelist Gerald and the New Day's Xavier Woods. Gerald would go on to win that match by pinning Xavier Woods to become the new United States champion. However, just a few weeks later, with no help from an injury, he would be defeated by Andrade Cien Almas at Money in the Bank. So now two men who are looking to keep themselves in the #1 contendership picture for United States Championship are going to do battle. Remember, they had a war of words a couple weeks ago as well in a promo battle. They'll get to air out their frustrations and try to keep their rematch hopes alive here on SmackDown Live. Gerald, after suffering from a 3-match losing streak while he was injured, is coming in with a record of 3-4. So he will also be looking to get back to 500 and improve to 4-4. Our episode 85 match is the clash of the former United States champion John Cena takes on Gerald. Let's get our episode 85 matchup underway.
Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
Guys, we have two of WWE's most exciting superstars ready to square off here.
And there's nothing quite like seeing two superstars settling it in the ring in one-on-one action, Michael.
From where I sit, he certainly seems more focused than perhaps I've ever seen him.
He's got one tall task ahead of him here, that's for sure.
Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Gerald!
Given the participants, this match might very well steal the show, guys.
Yeah, and I think you could go so far as to say it has the makings of a Match of the Year candidate.
And guys, you can bet there are plenty of superstars in the back crowded around the monitor for this one.
Yeah, this really is an intriguing matchup, Cole, and the end result can very well trigger a domino effect on the rest of the roster.
There's the bell. This match is underway.
Time to get this one
Cena
started.
wasting no time with the Hurricane Rana.
I was just thinking the same thing, Michael.
Looking for ground elbow strikes, but reversed by Gerald. Cena attacking the arm of Gerald. WWE Universe already firmly behind John Cena. There's a series of elbow strikes.
He's in trouble.
And it looks like we may have a squash on our hands. But Gerald powers out at 2.
Crushing force on that elbow drop.
Elbow dropped from Cena.
This is a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
But if anybody could break free from this,
and snake eyes from John Cena, who's in firm control so far in this match, showing why he's currently number 3 in the power rankings. Gerald
taken down to the mat
with a Russian leg sweep, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him after a slow start to the matchup.
Now he's got something.
Now Gerald
working.
looking for his momentum sequence. This will score him a big boot if he's successful, and he is. Gerald taking on a finisher very early in the match, but there's the signature from Gerald, the big boot. Goes for cover.
Yeah, I don't believe
and
that he didn't win
Cena's
this
got
match
power
right
out at 1,
That's
and Gerald is
sheer
in disbelief
genius or
here.
Complete stupidity, Cole.
Gerald forces Cena up. He hits a finisher of his own, the spear. Both men gain their finishers in very early in the matchup.
Oh man, I thought he had him.
And Cena's going to power out at 2. Gerald once again in shock. So maybe this isn't quite a squash match after all. Gerald taking a bow, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him.
John Cena.
There's a knee from Cena. Cena forces Gerald up. Here's an hour trip into the corner. Cena forces Gerald to the top turnbuckle. What does Cena have in mind here? Cena is going to join Gerald up top. Has Gerald in a fireman's carry position. And plunges him down. It's an A from the top turnbuckle. It goes for cover.
Can he do it? Wow, I can't believe he had
and still, after taking a second AA, this time for the top turnbuckle, Gerald is going to power out.
Motivated tonight. Just carrying the opposition here.
But you can't carry your opponent all day.
Cena
you gotta make a
plunging Gerald against the top turnbuckle.
That's just about unstoppable.
And the referee mentioning something. I believe Gerald may have suffered an injury here.
And if he doesn't get up, it's going to get a lot tougher.
Gerald may have been re-injured there. The referee almost stopping the match, but elects to continue. And Gerald powers out at 2.
I was never a fan of showboating, but there is a time and a place.
The referee now checking again on Gerald. We'll have to check after this match, but from the looks of things, the referee nearly twice having to check on Gerald to see if he could continue. Gerald may have very well suffered an injury, perhaps a re-injury.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena.
Cena forces Gerald to his feet. There's an hour trip into the turnbuckle. Gerald responds with a strike. There's Cena with a reversal. Cena looking for his third AA in this matchup, taking his time before plunging Gerald down center ring and picking up the victory. So Cena is going to be the man to keep momentum going and keep himself in good shape in the United States Championship picture. Gerald looks like may have been re-injured in this matchup. Not good news for Gerald, who now, after starting off the Universe year 3-1 and capturing the United States Championship, suddenly is going to find himself at 3-5 in the midst of a 4-match losing streak. Corey now taking over Gerald for the second best record out of the WITM 3.
Here is your winner, John Cena.
The referee's 3 count ends this one. And there's your winner, folks.
These guys look like a couple of hosses going at it out there. Great match.
And it's matches like this one that make SmackDown such a success. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, so Gerald's struggles are ever since capturing the United States Championship are going to continue. He suffers his 4th straight loss at the hands of the man he defeated for the U.S. title, John Cena. May have suffered another injury. We'll have to check after we send the rest of these results.
On the way.
All right, and as Dalton mentioned in his farewell promo, the Shield represented by Roman Reigns and Dalton Roush have vacated the SmackDown Tag Team Championships that they've held for quite a long time. The former number 1 contenders and the new number 1 contenders are going to battle it out here on SmackDown Live to crown new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Will it be the NXT Tag Team Champion Sanity, represented by Eric Young and Killian Dane and accompanied by Alexander Wolf, or will it be the longtime Raw Tag Team Champions now coming over to SmackDown Live via the Superstar Shakeup, The Bar? It is going to be Sanity now holding 2 out of 3 of the Tag Team Championships available in the WWE. NXT Tag Team Champions and now also SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Daniel Bryan is going to take on the new United States champion, Andrade Cien Almas, who defeated Gerald a few days ago at Money in the Bank. And Andrade Cien Almas is going to pick up the non-title victory in an upset. Samoa Joe battling Kofi Kingston and Shinsuke Nakamura in triple threat action. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to pick up the victory. Samoa Joe takes the fall in the match. No decision for Kofi Kingston. And in the main event, The Miz is going to take on the man currently ranked number 1 in the power rankings, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And AJ Styles is going to pick up the victory. And let's see how that affects the rankings over on SmackDown Live. And also see if Gerald has sustained another injury. After this loading screen, of course. Gerald has indeed suffered another injury. We'll see how serious it is. Referee nearly having to stop the match. And the bad news continues for Gerald. Gerald has sustained a minor torso injury, currently for 2 weeks. That means he received damage over 280% just to his torso in that match against John Cena. If that happens again over Gerald's next 2 matches, that will elevate to a major torso injury. And if that happens again during those 2 weeks, that will be escalated to a critical injury that will force Gerald out of action for some time. Gerald also in the midst of a cold streak that is going to decrease all of its attributes by 1. So the struggle is unfortunately continuing for Gerald. Yet another injury, a cold streak, and his 4th straight loss. Hopefully Gerald can turn things back around soon and stay in the title picture. And now your SmackDown rankings update. We have to re-add. I had to take the tag titles off of SmackDown in order to vacate them properly. So let me add those back on. By the way, our next pay-per-view is in 4 weeks, and that is going to be the Extreme Rules pay-per-view for Raw, SmackDown, and waiting to see whether or not the Cruiserweights are going to have a Cruiserweight Championship match on Extreme Rules, and find out when Andrew will make his first title defense. Now our SmackDown rankings update, starting with the SmackDown women. Peyton Royce successfully cashed in her Miss Money in the Bank contract to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The former champion Mandy Rose drops down to number 2. And your SmackDown Women's Championship rankings. The champion, Peyton Royce. Number 1 contender, Charlotte. Number 2, the former champion, Mandy Rose. Number 3, Sonya Deville. Number 4, Billie Kay. Number 5, Carmella. Number 6, Becky Lynch. Number 7, Asuka. Number 8, Lana. And number 9, Naomi. In the SmackDown Tag Team Division, Sandy defeated The Bar to win the vacated SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Bar moves down to number 2. So your SmackDown Championship rankings, the champion Sanity, number 1 contenders the Usos, number 2 The Bar, number 3 The Club, number 4 Bludgeon Brothers, and number 5 New Day. And the United States Championship rankings, Randy Orton defeated Aiden English. Orton moves up to number 4. English remains at the bottom, or rather moves down to number 16. John Cena defeated Gerald. But Styles won as well, so Cena remains at number 2. Gerald falls to number 4. Andrade Cien Almas defeated Daniel Bryan. Almas remains champion. Bryan falls to number 10. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Samoa Joe in no decision for Kofi Kingston. Nakamura's not in these rankings. Joe falls to number 8. Kofi remains at number 5 with a no decision. And finally, AJ Styles defeated The Miz. Styles remains number 1 contender. Miz falls to number 7. So your United States Championship rankings. The champion, Andrade Cien Almas. Number 1 contender, AJ Styles. Number 2, John Cena. Number 3, Randy Orton. Number 4, Gerald. Number 5, Kofi Kingston. Number 6, Rusev. Number 7, The Miz. Number 8, Samoa Joe. Number 9, Sin Cara. Number 10, Daniel Bryan. Number 11, Jeff Hardy. Number 12, Eric Young. Number 13, R-Truth. Number 14, Ty Dillinger. Number 15, Primo. And number 16, Aiden English. And finally, the WWE Championship rankings. Randy Orton defeated Aiden English. Orton was at number 4. English is not in these rankings. John Cena defeated Gerald. Cena remains the number 1 contender. Gerald remains at the bottom, number 7. Andrade Cien almost defeated Daniel Bryan. Almost not in these rankings, and Bryan remains at number 6 because Gerald also lost. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Samoa Joe with no decision for Kofi Kingston. Nakamura remains at number 2 because Cena won as well. Joe remains at number 5 because Bryan and Gerald lost as well. AJ Styles defeated The Miz. Styles remains at number 3 because Cena and Nakamura also won. Joe I guess that's it. And Miz is not in these rankings. Now we move on to 205 Live, where we see the new 5-time Cruiserweight Champion Andrew Spudstrong in action, and is for the first time since winning the Cruiserweight Championship. We're going to see Leo Rush make his 205 Live debut, taking on Buddy Murphy. And we will see Andrew in action, somewhat of a weird pairing because TJP is a heel. On the former Cruiserweight Champion Lince Dorado, as well as Gran Metalik representing Lucha House Party. And Andrew Spudstrong is going to be teaming up with TJP. We'll see how that pairing works out between a face and a heel. But that is going to be tomorrow night action between Andrew, the new Cruiserweight Champion Andrew, and TJP versus the former Cruiserweight Champion Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik. That's going to do it for episode number 85. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We have our new 11th subscriber, whomever you are, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. Check out our main channel page if you'd like some information on how to join WITM and navigate the website. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when WITM goes live and or when new episodes are posted. Until episode number 86 and that Cruiserweight Tag Team matchup, this is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.